Here to discuss it, we have Bobby Cummings. He's the Chief Executive of Unlock, the National Association of Reformed Offenders. Good morning, Bobby.
Good morning, Charlie.
Now, it's been well documented that you spend a lot of time inside prison for various crimes, some of them very serious.
Yep.
Is letting prisoners work a good idea?
I think it's a brilliant idea. I'd sooner have them doing a purposeful activity, proper work, than dealing in drugs in prison.
Should you forfeit the right to earn a living, though?
Not really, because if we want people to integrate back into society, then we've got to prepare them for that society. And a lot of them have been kept in crime from an early age and see crime as a way of life. I think Ken Clark is 100% right, but there are a few concerns I've got. This will not work with short-term prisoners, as I call them, the pests in society, not the dangerous people in society. And they can be dealt with in a different way, and we've already talked to Crispin Blunt about this, our Diamond Project, where we would deal with them in the community and train them for trades for work.
So dangerous criminals, such as yourself, actually. I mean, you had
I was a bank robber.
You were a bank robber. You were in for manslaughter and possession of a sawn-off shotgun.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I'd like the idea of somebody such as yourself learning joinery.
Well, I think you've either got your choice. You either learn joinery or learn how to rob banks better. What liberated me from crime was education. Education was my liberation. I did open university degrees. And if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today, going into schools deglamorising crime and also getting young people out of gangs and that sort of thing. So, you know, if you keep people in the same mould, then they can't evolve. And I think what we got to do is get the work effort in there. The only thing, another thing I'm concerned about is when he says minimum pay. Now, that reduces the money that will go to charities. I think that prisoners should have the right to choose the charity, whether it be cancer research, whether it be children in need, you know, or victims of crime. I think that a third, you know, of the money should go to take their family off the benefit, which is costing the taxpayer. A third of it should go to their upkeep in prison, which is costing the taxpayer. And I'd like to see prisoners become taxpayers rather than the burden on the taxpayer.
What about competition outside and actually inside? I'm just thinking the prison guards. If you've got a load of prisoners, inmates that they're looking after on the minimum wage, and yes, a large amount would go to the victims of crime, but say they're earning... They could end up earning just a couple of grand less than some of the prison guards who are looking after them.
I think prison officers are, because they're in that environment and they know how it works, and this is where you've got the problem. You've got the prisoner who knows how it works, and you've got the prison guard who knows how it works, and the rest of society guess how it works. And I think prison officers would sooner see inmates doing purposeful activity rather than learning about crime, because at the moment prison's a university of crime, and see them paying back to victims of crime, paying back to society and getting a structured life so they don't have that same problem they have every year when they see the guy going out the gate going, you won't see me again, only to see him or her return 6 months later.
Thank you very much, Bobby Cummings. Well, jobs and businesses could lose out if prisoners